Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Tyrone back with Tech Life. And here I have a great article for you guys from Light Reading. I'll leave a link to it in the description so you guys could check it out. So in this video, I wanted to bring the fixed wireless access equation into it because that's also going to be part of the quarterly earnings, of course, that's taking place July 27th. And a lot of people are interested about that growth as well. So right now, across all segments that T-Mobile competes in, they are growing. Some analysts are calling them a growing machine. They're growing small market rural areas. They're still growing the consumer segment. They're anticipated to grow 733,000 customers there. They're growing enterprise. They will likely have better growth there than Verizon and better churn. They had that in Q1. And they're also growing home broadband. So everything right now is flowing for T-Mobile when it comes to growth. Now, the fixed wireless access story is very interesting because there is some pressure on T-Mobile to maintain 500,000 ads per quarter to get to their guided 7 to 8 million total customer count by 2025. And that's not just a made up number. That's something that T-Mobile disclosed, and it's fairly basic math. In order for them to hit their targeted 7 to 8 million and possibly exceed that by 2025, they have to be at the 500,000 customer ads per quarter. So the analyst noted the demand for the app is lower now than during the holidays when T-Mobile offered a fixed wireless access promotion. That's a very interesting statement that I wanted to discuss. So the industry and analysts will take immediate notice if T-Mobile grew below 500,000. That would be immediately noticed on the quarterly earnings because T-Mobile already disclosed publicly that they need 500,000 to get to their guided goals. So the reason this part is interesting is because if now moving forward, it's quite clear. If we start seeing promotional offerings on fixed wireless access during any quarter moving forward, you could make that argument that, hey, look, the numbers are low, and I'll disclose that in that video. They're not growing as fast, so now they're offering promotional offerings to get there, right? So in this case, they're talking about the promotion that T-Mobile ran during the holiday season. I think it was even lower than the $30, if I remember correctly. You got it for $25 if you bundle with wireless. So that gave T-Mobile a boost. And again, at that time, T-Mobile is learning. They're trying to see, okay, can we offer this? Can we do this to grow? And then moving forward, if there's ever, a slowing in the quarter, they implement that to pick back up to get past that 500,000 customer ads. So that's very interesting to pay attention to. And of course, I'll pay attention as well and update you guys. So if we, in the third quarter, fourth quarter, if we see a promotional offerings as such, we could speculate at that time that, hey, look, T-Mobile's fixed wireless access growth has slowed down. Now they're needing to pick it up because they have to apply pressure competitively because they need to get to that 500,000. So if cable competes back, if fiber gets more aggressive, T-Mobile will have to fight back. And that's also very, very important at this time because they don't have access to those Auction 108 licenses just yet, which gives them another 2.5 million households passed where they can aggressively compete in those counties and zip codes. But that license is still tied up with the FCC. So that was maybe factored in by T-Mobile, not necessarily the guided numbers, but they're factoring in, hey, look, if we do have a slowdown, we still have all of these counties that we have 2.5 deployed. When we get this Auction 108 licenses, which they paid for, then that gives them more opportunity, of course, to grow that base. But that right now is not the case because they don't have access to those licenses and likely won't receive them this year. So again, it's it's a good and a bad, right? The good is they're competing, they're growing the base. The bad is there's a little bit of pressure there. They got to get to the 500,000, right? On the consumer side, they're kind of growing without care, right? They still have a guided goal that they want to get to by the end of the year, right? The total amount of postpaid growth. So they somewhat have to some would have to remain competitive there, but they grow that regardless, right? They're expected to be the growth leader in the second quarter, likely the third and the fourth quarter as well. So not too much pressure there, but fixed wireless access, in my opinion, little more pressure there. You can't sell to as many households, right? I mean, on the wireless side, you sell to any and everyone that's out there. If you have coverage, you have a tower, you sell it to anyone in any neighborhood, right? Fixed wireless access, much more targeted, much smaller volume of people that can latch onto a sector on the tower. So you got to be able to get a high success rate of people to sign up for the product in order for you to get to your numbers, right? You do have some scale, so there are households passed that you can sell to in the millions, but not everyone in the neighborhood will have access to it, and not everyone is going to want to sign up. Some people have fiber that they're okay with. Some people don't have any issues with cable, right? My friends, they have Spectrum as an example. They get 300 down, sometimes 350, and about 10 to 20 up. They've had it for 2 years now. I've never heard them complain one time. Not once. Now, of course, there are some instances where you have outages and stuff where stuff doesn't work. Then, of course, anybody complains, but they haven't had any outages. They watch a few shows at night before going to bed, some movies, and they're good to go. That's the type of customer, in my opinion, that I don't ever see switching. And there are some average consumers out there. They get one product. You have that one opportunity as a company to put your best offer out there. And then when they sign up, they're likely to stay. Now, of course, there are some second year price increases that could potentially spike some attention. Like, hey, why is my price going up? That could cause them to call in. If you can't resolve that, then there might be a switching opportunity for another company. But for now, again, I don't see them switching. And there are some out there, like I said, that don't really like to go through all that hassle of switching. So let me know what you think about this T-Mobile fixed wireless access situation. It's a great spot for them to be in. It's something to chase. It's something to remain competitive in. They have a goal. They have a guided goal that they set forth that they want to hit. It's revenue. It's new revenue bringing that's coming into the company. It's more profits. This is likely $1 billion revenue driver in the future. So there's a lot to be excited for if you're an investor, and of course if you're T-Mobile. But we'll see how they respond if they ever get competitive pressure and drop below the 500,000 ads per quarter. So make sure you guys stay tuned for more. Like, share, subscribe, follow my social media outlets. This is Tyrone with Tech Life. See you in the next one. Peace.